It's like we're live streaming. Welcome, fellow councilors. Just like to acknowledge that Mayor Day is away on vacation. Hope he's having a good time visiting family in the faraway land of Saskatchewan. I'd also like to welcome you to tonight's Finance Administration meeting. It's being held electronically and transmitted via council chambers, which is located at 39 South Shore Road, Lake Cowichan, BC, as per Ministerial Order M192. Before we start, I'd just like to acknowledge that the Subats First Nation and the town of Lake Cowichan have a shared value in economic, social, and environmental sustainability on the lands that we share. And we thank them for the opportunity to reside within these lands. Looking for introduction of late items. I do have one. I have a leave of absence for tonight's meetings for Councillor Bomaka for personal reasons. And we'll put that under new business A, if you don't mind. Anything else, Joseph?
No, that's it.
Great. So with that addition, looking for approval of the agenda as amended. I'm going to alternate back and forth, so I'll go Councillor Austin moved, Councillor Sandu seconds. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? That motion carries. Business arising and unfinished business. We have ongoing items. The one on there is the Municipal Hall upgrade update. Joseph?
Okay, we issued the phase one on the Municipal Hall, and the tenders closed today at 2 p.m. We had a site meeting yesterday with 2 interested bidders, and we ended up only getting 1 bid this afternoon. And I think it would be appropriate for the geoscientists and the architects that reviewed that tender, and they're of the opinion that we should move forward with awarding that contract. And so the contract, wording of the contract should be that it be recommended that be awarded to CEDA for the construction of a retaining wall system for the price of $110,259 plus GST.
Do I have a mover of that resolution? Moved by Councillor Austin, seconded by, I'll second it to get it on the floor. So discussion on that, councillors? So that's the first phase.
That's the first phase, and there will also be simultaneous demolition of the base. That will happen shortly. And then we will move forward with the rest of it.
Okay. We had asked for an updated quote, given that prices have increased substantially. Have we received an updated?
Yeah, I think at this stage of the game, it makes more sense to award the contract, see what the prices come in at. And
we can most certainly discuss the full budget process moving forward at a later date. If you could give us that update.
Yeah, the issue is with the Class D estimates, it never comes quite correct, even with, and it will come at a cost, and I'm not sure we want to incur that cost.
Okay.
$2,000.
And
even when we did it the last time, the first time, it didn't come in at the prices that we thought it would.
Okay, Councillor Sandu, please.
No, I was just wondering with, over COVID, contractors said building prices went up, like doubled per square foot. So has the architect given you a preliminary? Is that who does it, or is it somebody else?
No, they gave me a preliminary, but that was about a year ago. And so at this stage of the game, I mean, the prices are coming down for construction materials. So let's see what will happen. We have to move forward with this project, but we will not And if it means re-tendering, so be it.
Well, we can retender. I guess the question is, if we're going over what our budget was from a few years ago, if it's gonna go up, substantially,
Substantial.
higher, then we as a council have to be prepared. Where do we find these funds?
Yeah, it's
So-
not as, yeah, at this stage of the game, that's not the assumption on part of the architects. It will go up some, but not to the extent that we may be thinking.
So are they giving you a percentage of kind of what they're thinking, or, I mean, you don't,
I can get that. I will move forward with that, yes.
thank you.
So this is for the first phase of the retaining wall and demolition of how many bays? Just the one bay?
All the base.
All the bays. Demolition and retaining.
Yeah, the retaining, this is just for the retaining wall. Demolition is a separate tender.
Right.
We have two coats. So the superintendent and I will meet with the tenderers and discuss the details of it promptly.
So the superintendent is helping on this project with?
On this
with you?
project with the demolition, yes.
Okay. Okay. Anything further on this? So there is a resolution on the floor to award that contract as read. Are you ready for the question? All those in favor? Opposed, if any? That motion carries, so that will be awarded. Thank you very much, Joseph. Fellow councilors. Moving on, I see the delegation has been moved from this agenda to the upcoming one. And I do believe we've removed verbal comments, so we will skip right over that.
The verbal comments are still valid for this meeting because the bylaw has not been enacted yet. Just got
Okay,
3 readings.
it has not been adopted,
Correct.
just first 3 readings. But we're getting there. So if you would like a verbal comment on a subsequent item, you have 2 opportunities. You can phone at 250-749-6681, or those can be emailed to general@lakecouch.ca. We will pause for 3 minutes to see if there are any verbal submissions. See you back here at 5:10. And bring our videos back up if people are here, please. Anything, Joseph? Nothing tonight. Okay. I can read lips.
Okay. I didn't realize.
So moving on to reports, we'll move on to A, Director of Finance. That's the financial report for the period ending July 31st, 2021. Ms. Gill, please.
Thank you, Councillor McGonigal. So the statements of 1 second while we mute. Okay, is that better? Okay. So the statements are attached. We have, in the process, we've mailed out letters to property owners with delinquent tax balances. It's again that time of the year. Tax sale will take place Monday, September 27th. At this point, we're thinking it'll be held here in council chambers with all COVID-19 protocols in place. Currently, there's 20 properties with delinquent tax balances, and they've all been notified. These statements reflect the CVRD Cowichan Lake Fire Protection Services, so we've received the annual requisition for that. We've also received the active transportation grant funds for $23,788. As you'll notice on the statements, Lakeview Park has had a very busy year this year. There have been many cancellations due to COVID-19 and also the wildfires, but the sites are being rebooked as quickly as they're being canceled. So it's doing well. The campground is operating in a surplus. The education center is operating in a deficit, but combined, there is a surplus balance at this point. The April to June metered bills were mailed out last week. And I've got a table below that shows what the billings are quarterly for the metered water back to 2016. And it seems that water consumption has been higher since the pandemic hit, which maybe makes sense as more people are at home. And definitely you can see when there's warmer weather, consumption is higher, and consumption would be a little bit higher due to the increased homes in Lake Cowichan as well. But it's just here for information. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer those.
Great. See Councillor Sandu, please.
Thank you. I just had a couple questions. Under general fund protective services expenses, bylaw enforcement emergency measures, what is that?
That is the fire department attending the wildfires. So we are coding all the expenses here, and the recoveries will show as revenue once we get reimbursed by the province.
Okay, perfect. One other question. Under Lakeview schedule parks, other expenses, the budget was 8,000 and the actual cost to date has been 17,650. And I was just curious what that is.
It's just normal operations. The revenue is higher. So as you can see, the expenses are also higher in some of the areas. If you need a specific breakdown, I can look into it further, but.
No, just that's fine. I
mean,
just
they've
was
got
just with how it doubled as to what the reason was for that. So thank you.
Great.
There's been some repairs on the floating walkway and stuff like that have been posted there. So just general maintenance work that needed to be done. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any further questions? No? Okay, good. If you do have any, I'm sure Ms. Gill would be happy to answer those at a later date. Okay, I'll get back to my agenda. Thank you, Ms. Gill. Building inspector's report for July 2021. Again, just for information. Any comments on that, Joseph? And again, as per the new Webster's dictionary insert.
Oh, you're just reading my lips. That's good.
I was trying, but I got lost after the first
Well,
sentence.
Well, I think it will be pretty similar to this month. It's, could be busier, but it's not.
But it does look to be picking up a little bit
A little bit,
from
yes.
previous.
And I think it will pick up more once the building permits issued on the municipal hall,
Okay,
which should be soon.
anyone else? And again, that was just for information, so. Thank you. Moving on to the bylaw officer report for July 2021. Again, just for information, Councillor Sandu, please.
Well, I just want to say I love the report. I love the way it's laid out and that's so easy to read and understand. So thank you.
So you're complimenting the CAO for that, I think.
I think both the CAO for the format and the bylaw officer for filling it in. Actually, it's good information that we can see what the actual complaints from the community are and whether or not there has to be some policy addressment.
But I think what's missing in this report is there's also compliance issues that are dealt with by other staff, like the fire department, for example, the public works, myself. So that those are not reflected here.
Oh, correct. This is just per se the bylaw officer's workload.
Yeah.
And we do understand that during the time he's not on site, that other staff members do pick up that slack. We appreciate that. Okay. Moving on to the Lake Cowichan Fire Department Incident Report for June 2021. Looking for a resolution moved by Councillor Sandu, seconded by Councillor Austin, to approve the expenditure of $5,997.03 for the June 2021 Fire Department Monthly Incident Report. Any comments on that report or questions? I will call the question. Oh, sorry, Joseph.
Yeah, just for council's information, our firefighters have been out fighting fires, wildfires for other jurisdictions, and their time is not reflected here. They're separately paid, and the province covers those expenses.
And we are also reimbursed for the use of our equipment
Correct.
at a day rate as well.
At a prescribed rate, yes.
We certainly extend our thanks to those who have chose to move forward and help protect other communities as well. I'm sure they would do the same if we were in that boat. Nothing else on there, fellow councilors? Okay, looking. Call the question. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? That motion carries. Any new business? A leave of absence for Councillor Wamaka for tonight's meetings. That's plural. This meeting and the next sustainable planning one. Moved by Councillor Austin, seconded by Councillor Sandu. Told you I was going to alternate. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? Wish Councillor Wamaka well and a speedy recovery. Notices of motion. I didn't see any at the beginning, so here's your chance. Seeing none, shaking of heads. Public relations items. I do have one. I had a chance to go up to the arena and watch the Junior V showcase over the weekend, a couple of games. It was well attended. There was lots of people from all over the place. It looked nice to see the parking lot full. People within the building again. So looking forward to the Kraken taking the ice and becoming part of the community. So hopefully we can all get out and watch a few games. Anyone else? Public relations? Wow, we're just whipping through this, aren't we? So we're gonna do question period then. And your questions can be phoned in at 250-749-6681 or emailed at general@lakecowichan.ca. And those will be questions on items on tonight's agenda. So again, 250-749-6681 or general@lakecowichan.ca by email. We'll be back at 5:23, 7:23, 5:23.
Hello?
Hi, is that Rosalie?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be on in about 10 minutes.
Okay, great. I'll log in.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And again, if you can bring your camera up if you're there, 5:23. Thank you. Any questions, Joseph?
Let me make sure nothing at all.
Thank you very much. So we're looking for adjournment, ladies and gentlemen. Moved by Councillor Sandu, seconded by Councillor Austin. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? That motion carries. Thank you very much to those watching at home and staff for tonight's Finance Administration meeting. Appreciate it.
Do we want
Back in
to,
10 minutes?
or 5:30, 7 minutes? What do you think? You did let Rosalie know.
Yeah,
How's everybody? 5:30, okay?
okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay? Okay, see you in
It's a
5:30.
different invite, isn't it?
Pardon?
Different invite?
No, same one.
No, same invite.
Okay, I'll just stay here.